We have ventured into the dark multiverse somewhat since it was initially discovered by readers in 2017, but there always seems to be an endless possibility when it comes to just how vast and what kinds of alternate dark universes could lurk within it. Join me as we explore the top 10 tales from the dark multiverse that we need! And if you haven't checked out this anthology series yet, which explores some of the darker what-ifs of the DC multiverse via the dark multiverse's negative Earths, you need to do that. We got a small batch of stories from this series last year, and Tales from the Dark Multiverse has returned again this year to spook us once more. That Judas Contract story though, it was so dark, I can't handle it. Alright, now let's disappear into our dark imaginations and get counting. Number 10. Harley Quinn. Obviously I want more Harley in the dark multiverse, I just always want more Harley. We definitely have not seen enough of her in these weird, twisted, alternate worlds. There are so many characters that I feel need to be more intensely explored, Harley included. I imagine a Harley Quinn story being like an alternate reality where Harley becomes the Queen of Gotham. This takes place after Harley leaves the Joker, and in doing so doesn't just leave but kills the Joker for how he's treated her. She then kills Batman as well and seeks to become the new biggest bad in an effort to liberate those who she believes deserve it, but of course in a weird and twisted way, becoming even worse than the Joker somehow. We've seen some pretty dark Harley alternates, and that's what I envision this one being like. Think like Harley Quinn and Batman Damned, but just more powerful and influential while remaining just as unpredictable and as dangerous. Number 9. New Teen Titans Where Nightmares Begin. What if instead of Koriand'rs arriving on Earth and us getting Starfire on the team, we had Darkfire, Commander Kori's sister instead? Let's say instead of Kori being imprisoned and escaping, Commander ended up being banished to Earth after Kori was rescued. She arrives on Earth and still ends up joining the new Teen Titans, but during their first mission ends up allying herself with the aliens, seeing an opportunity to rule over Earth and find a means of potential escape with Star Labs' dimensional portal. Darkfire instead of Starfire I feel would also be completely different in terms of her chemistry, or maybe lack thereof, with the rest of the Titans. And before we move on to the next point, thank you so much for watching, and just a reminder, if you want to help us out, you can do so by giving this video a big thumbs up. Number 8. No Man's Land. What if No Man's Land never stopped being a thing, and Batman just never reclaimed the city? Imagine an alternate world where in the future we have a very dystopian looking Gotham with different boroughs ruled by different villains. I like to imagine a story where these villains, after years of ruling separately, finally decide to broker peace so they can all expand their territory by taking over the entire United States. We watch as they brutally succeed in taking over the nation that years ago turned their back on Gotham, cutting it off and abandoning it to the wolves, who then themselves years later got greedy and ambitious. Maybe in the end only one villain is left standing as the ruler of the US, but just who would it be? Number 7. Superman Blue and Red. So I know what you're thinking, wow Amanda, really, of all the DC storylines you could be talking about, you want to go back to this ridiculous story from the 90s? Well, Superman Blue and Red didn't actually start in the 90s, though yes, I am talking about that version of this story, because although it was a ridiculous story, it could have turned horrific had Superman Blue and Superman Red not wanted to rejoin and wanted to stay separate instead. What if they refused to work together and the Millennium Giants destroyed the JLA without their help, as well as the planet? What if Superman Blue and Red watched the destruction and only managed to rejoin after due to, whatever ridiculous reason we want to go with here. The original story didn't really seem to pay much mind to making their rejoining make a bunch of sense, so yeah. Superman realizes after he's rejoined that it was his own divided forms of stubbornness that resulted in the destruction of the entire Earth, and therefore blames himself as he cries over Lois's lifeless body, and the lifeless body of his friends, It's probably upset about everyone dying, to be honest. Number 6. Brightest Day. Doesn't sound like a story that belongs in the dark multiverse, does it? But hear me out. I know we've already gotten a Blackest Night Tales of the Dark Multiverse What If, but this would be more for the fallout afterwards, and would offer a different ending than the one we got with the Loboverse, where everything becomes Lobo, which is admittedly pretty terrifying. Everything is Lobo is not a universe I want to go to. This would be the opposite, sort of that, where everything goes well, but instead of the power of the White Lantern being given up, it remains, and we actually get kind of like a new core of lanterns out of it, the White Lantern Corps. The White Lantern's goal is to bring life to all corners of the universe, which sounds nice at first, until you realize we're going to get something where life becomes kind of ugly and twisted because there can be no death, resulting in basically something like the demonic Cancerverse of Marvel's 10011, but still drawn very eerily bright, and of course likely even more twisted because this is Tales from the Dark Multiverse after all, and everything gets pretty crazy here. Eventually the White Lantern light consumes of course not just the Earth, but the entire universe, transforming it forever. Number 5. Red Sun. But not that red sun. What if Superman landed somewhere other than Kansas? And no, I don't mean Soviet Russia. What if he never landed on Earth at all, but instead landed on Mars before the Martian Civil War happened, and ended up being raised during this time period by the White Martians? When the Civil War came about, he sided with them, also being raised to be a warrior. Although the White Martians would have likely still lost and been imprisoned, it is possible that Kal-El could have used his status as an outsider to convince the other Martians to take pity on him, but in reality be working to destroy the Green Martians from the inside out, still staying loyal to the White Martians whom he thought of as his own people, and perhaps even helping them invade Earth before the Justice League ever existed. Basically, I just really want to see Superman turned evil and fighting alongside the White Martians. I think it could be pretty cool, and I think that it would also be a really dark and twisted story if it was told well. White Martians are scary. Number 4. Till Death Do Us Part. New Titans issue 100 saw Kori possessed by Raven and the deceased souls of 100 of Trigon's children before her. For a brief moment, the Titans lost Kori to Raven's influence, and she was forced to have a mental battle where she had to work hard to resist Raven's basic possession. Basically, she was possessed. But what would have happened if Kori had been unable to resist this? What if her willpower just hadn't been strong enough? Or her love of her friend Raven maybe just made her more sympathetic and unwilling to fight against her influence? Well, that would either mean that Kori would become like a surrogate mother to an actual 100 demon spawn horde, or she would hold all of those souls within her and they would be reborn instead through Kori. Perhaps this new Dark Kori would then team up with Dark Raven to rain down hell on Earth. I just like a story where both Raven and Kori are evil and they're like, ha ha ha, ha ha ha, we take over the world with demons now. Number 3. Darkseid War. What if the Justice League stayed as the New Gods? I can't imagine what that would be like, but I can imagine it would make a great new tale for the Dark Multiverse. I feel like what would happen here is we'd see our biggest hero team displaced as the Justice League fully took on these new roles. Maybe like in the original story, some of the other heroes would, try to come up and save the day and talk the other heroes out of having these powers, but instead of that working, perhaps those heroes would actually meet their demise at the hands of their fellow colleagues who are now New Gods, or at the hand of some impending evil that wiped them out before the core members of the Justice League could stop them. I don't even want to imagine what would happen with God of Apocalypse Lex if he had remained that way and just truly become our permanent replacement Darkseid. But I also kind of do want to imagine it, because it'd be pretty cool. But it'd also be scary. Number 2. Heroes in Crisis. What if Wally West just couldn't stop killing? What if during Heroes in Crisis, when he went haywire and killed by accident, he got a taste for it and just became the fastest murderer alive? How many people would he take out? Who and why? Would he kill villains, or would he even maybe turn on his friends? I can't deny that while I love Wally just being a good guy and not having this added crisis of conscience and guilt to deal with, I would also be kinda interested in seeing him just go full villain. How shocking would it be if that was the way Heroes in Crisis went? Maybe somewhere in the Dark Multiverse there is a world like that. Or maybe there could be. Number 1. Court of Owls. What about a world where Batman was recruited into the Court of Owls instead of becoming their target? Perhaps instead of destroying the nest, he became enamored by the folk story of the court and sought to join them. When he finds that they exist, he, instead of going against them, seeks to prove himself and become the new judge, or perhaps just a Talon, one of their deadly and often believed immortal assassins. I just have always loved the Court of Owls, and I would love to see a world where the Bat family was somehow successfully recruited into the court, even perhaps working with the court or working as the court to shape Gotham into the place they wanted it to be. Perhaps it's just a new form of vigilantism for them, but of course with much more death involved, I imagine. It's just a darker form of vigilantism. So many amazing potential stories that have yet to be told. I am super happy we are getting more tales from the Dark Multiverse, but I also feel like we can never have enough. What stories would you love to see explored? Do you wish they would branch out more when it comes to their focus on certain heroes, teams, or characters? Let us know your feels about the tales of the Dark Multiverse in the comments below. As always, thank you so much for watching. This has been Top 10 Nerd, and I'm your host Amanda McKnight, reminding you as always to stay nerdy, YouTube.